Hello and welcome to the Advisor Nantume show. Welcome. Yes, another day, another bright day. And we're lucky we are getting so many bright days these days. This is a Monday after last week of elections, and our topics today that we are working with. Okay. So we are talking about everything. As always on the Advisor Nantume show, we talk about things that are helping us succeed, things that are taking us to another level, things that, working to our advantage to get us, to where we need to be in personal life, in business, in our jobs, in our daily life. So today is another day of, excitement. We can't even hide it, right? It's such a great day. Anyway, well, as we are talking, we have President and Vice President of the USA elect, and which means the possibility of not of them being president and vice president, Biden and Kamala, is slim, of being is high. Sorry, so I was gonna say it the other way. So the chances of being president is like 99.9999999. There is no any possibility of them not being president and vice president. So that's why they are called elect, in case you don't know. And congratulations to those who also voted and those who contributed in any other way. You might have not voted. Maybe you couldn't. Maybe you're not in the position yet. I know some people who were not either feeling well, they are too far from their, regions of electing, where they elect from. People who had different situations that they couldn't vote, but still, whether prayers, whether any contributions you made, financial contribution, anything you said about this election that is positive, that's what we are looking at. And so here we are. So we have President-elect Biden and Vice President Kamala. Okay, so that's very good news. Now, addition to that, and congratulations to them, congratulations to USA, and congratulations to well wishers outside USA, because we have, other countries that are so affiliated, so in partnership with USA, and, a much needed change, we were waiting for this for a long time. I know things are not like, perfect in every president who comes, or, a team that comes. But there are some situations we can say, okay, we can live with that. And also, don't forget, politics is not for everybody. I always, have both sides. It's not for everybody. Some people are excited about it, some people are not. It's another activity in our lives that we deal with when it comes, even though it's thrown at some people, forced onto some people, even when they don't want it. And that's a problem. I don't like that. That's one disadvantage about politics, when people force other people to like things they don't like. It's like not everybody needs medical attention, but some people believe if you don't have medical attention, you don't live. What happened to real life, living, healthy people in the first place? Some people think, plan B is better than plan A. That's their mindset, but don't force other people to be what they are not supposed to be, or what they don't want to be. Now, the other part of it is that President elect and vice are working on picking their COVID task force um, leading woman or man. And they are looking at three names. And unfortunately, that's like the first thing that we have to deal with and talk about as soon as getting into the office, or before he's even physically in the office. It's sad, but I guess that's where we are because it's the biggest topic that people are dealing with. It shouldn't be, but it is. I could narrate why it shouldn't be because news and whatever we call valuable information or the most essential task to work on. It depends. Different people work on different things, but that's what is believed to be the hardest part that needs to be tackled even way before we sit in the office physically. So we have names like Vivek Murthy, and this one I think he sits in is a surgeon in Massachusetts. And then we have Marcella. This is a lady. The first one is a gentleman. This one, Miss Marcella Nunes or Mrs. Smith, and that's the female. And she most likely is in New York. At least she went to Yale University, and the first one went to Harvard. They almost have to have degrees. If you don't have a degree, yeah, I guess you're not on this ballot. And then we have David Kessler, and I'm not sure where David Kessler is from. So he's also, was on a big position prior to this, or he is. So we are looking at those three candidates to be on Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, president and vice elect COVID task force. Let's see who it is. I'm not going to speculate. Of course, there's some news out there. It could be so and so, but let's leave it as it is. Anything could change. I could have some preferences, but not based on any particular direct information. So we leave it to what they know that they're doing. Anyway, we move it on, and hopefully we'll hear less about COVID. I don't know why people want to hear so much about COVID, but it's not something that should be in our faces. We have so many other things to deal with, other diseases to deal with, other problems to deal with, and this is one of them, and they're as big as anything. We have homeless people right now. Nobody's talking about them, but we are talking about a pandemic that, you know, has just come. We have other issues that are not tackled forever. They sit around and linger around and pushed under the rug. So, people are hungry, people are cold now. The cold is here. People don't have medical attention, proper or affordable. So, a few things he's going to have to work with that need to be addressed almost immediately, hopefully. And then after that, we have another big news, and then we'll factor it. We'll bring these how, or we'll see how we work with them on our daily success, or as we are working on growing and being on another level in life, a much better level. Then we have marijuana in New Jersey, or medical marijuana that is authorized to be sold and used in New Jersey. Now, this topic is so, as I'm gonna say it as it is. I'm sorry if you don't see my face clearly. I'm trying to have so much lighting, but hey, I'm a natural born. So we have marijuana that is legalized to be sold as a medical, substitute or something in New Jersey, plus other states that are already having this and others that are going to come up with this. I, for one, I believe this is greediness. Somebody so much wants money and they're going to just make it, legal. Let's take it to another level. All right, you have legalized it. There are people who are in jail because they were holding an ounce, they were found an ounce. An ounce was planted in their cars by the police. And the police doing all these things that, torturing people and, and harassing people and brutalizing people, and we still have this department in our life. Why do we have to start with COVID? Let's go. So, people are in jail, people are in hospitals, people because of marijuana. Yet, and to some point it was illegal. But then it's illegalized and people are still in hospitals. And people who are in hospitals, some don't want to be there. They are forced to be there because they're, rated to be bad people because they're smoking marijuana or eating it, whatever they do with it. Then other people are forced into jails because it was planted in their, environment, in a car, in a house where they were standing, whatever, And then other people, they were caught. Yes, they have it, but whatever they had, whether a large amount or small amount, they're in jail for it. That it was illegal. Now it's legalized. Are you going to let these people go? That's my question. Having said all that, America, where are your eyes? On the back of the head or in the front of your head? Where are you going? Do you see where you're going? Now, whom are you going to stop again and say you have marijuana illegally? I guess it's open now. You can say, oh, if somebody has a small amount, that's legal. People drink alcohol. Alcohol is sold like food on street corners, in shops, of course, but they are strategically, situated on the street corners. Like somebody with a franchise, and this is how you allocate your business or how you structure your business in every area and geographical area, wherever you want it. So liquor is sold everywhere, on every corner of, almost every corner of a middle or low class neighborhood. High end neighborhoods, some don't even have churches close to them. But low class, or the hardworking low class people that earn very little, all these things, the churches, and church should be good, don't get me wrong. Liquor and all these, police, in these areas that need so much, or don't need so much of that, but need, something, a different substitute to help them, don't get exactly what they need to get. What's essential? So you make it essential that somebody needs alcohol in their neighborhood when they are very low class, yet in the suburbans, upper, class neighborhoods, they don't have even a church on every block or every 2 or 3 blocks. Now, as I say, church is supposed to be good, but not every church that is open to the public. All these things, as I say, we jump onto other things that don't really directly help people, and that's the problem with politics. And here we are. We hope the people that are elected this time, some directly, more directly actually, are affected by these situations will really open their eyes and do what they need to do. We know it's a team that, you have to debate on these things in the White House. Yet, nobody considers that real lives on the front line. Now, how does that factor or how does it come into our lives? Of course, it is. And as I'm talking about it, um, we've been on a standstill in so many ways when this year started, when police brutality happened, when COVID happened, when harassments happened, when slave raiding was happening, which no one, very few people, not no one, very few people talk about it because it's a shame, of course. And also, it is done in a way, in a very strategic way that a common person, especially if you haven't faced it directly or never looked into it, you'll never know that it is there. So I I look into everything. So and directly I was attacked in hopes that somebody, believes that I'm one of those or my family. So I know what I'm talking about. It needs to stop. Like if you're going into the office and you're not going to fight for these immediate needs for people, to stop the slave raiding, to stop killing people, to stop. It has happened, you know when President Trump thought he would, stay forever. I don't know who told him that. This is not Africa. So, the policies, luckily, we push them to that extent. And this is what the entire world actually wants now. Other areas, as I say, South America, Africa, Asia, India, where people, these presidents, they tend to make the public office their private office or family matter and rule people to their, to their whims. I hope this time they could learn something, not even learn since they are copycats. And yes, you are. Hopefully, you can be able to take away from this and copy something a little bit different. That things change. Life is a temporary situation plus everything else that comes with it. So, when you have it, when you have the time to make changes, make real positive changes. We never look for negative changes. I don't think so. Nobody looks for negative changes. Even the selfish ones, they still work so hard for their little families and then forget the majority that ask them to sit in the office. When time comes, just like this, when you are forced out, luckily we have the ballot still talking in America to a certain level. When people are fed up. That's what happens. They are fed up. And then when you start killing them and stealing their assets and torturing them and, threatening them and instilling fear, you have just gone too far, way too far. And it doesn't stop here, but people think this is it when they're here on Earth. Well, that's another topic. So this is really showing us that, we have to now put our minds together. Luckily, we have reached somewhere in the next, days and the next weeks and then months. Let's work towards, we have a little relief to focus on our work, to focus on our businesses, to focus on, the things that we are doing to get, our lives going. And so I hope that you're still on your target for the year. It's here. This is the second last month, November, December. I mean, right now we are wrapping up. What can I say? In the beginning, as I was, reminding you that we're at the beginning of the year, in the middle, I tell we are in the middle of the year, and this is what we should expect. And now we should expect, time to be wrapping up. Just like we've wrapped up the voting, you should be wrapping up, inventorying your business, and seeing where you're going. See what next year will bring and how you've done this year. So most likely I'll be able to bring up another video, have another one done, and we will talk more about year ending. But now we are preparing to inventory what we've done, to check out how we've done, to see you know how we measured out, how we have succeeded. And by the end of this month, literally, you should know where you are. A little bit into December, but once December is here, we are actually not able to focus so much on work because, you know, people are into holiday modes, unless when your business is about holiday and you're selling stuff or you are having a service that is directly to about holidays, serving in holiday time. Let's say selling Christmas trees or selling ornaments or selling food that is used around Christmas time, or maybe clothes. So let's focus on closing up and um, double checking everything we have to do, closing off those books, balancing the books, everything that we need to do in businesses, you know, and checking, who hasn't paid and remind them to send their balances or to send their money. So, which is your money. Now, also, then you have to evaluate where you are yourself as a person. Is this what you're doing continuously next year? Are you done this year? It's always nice to wrap up, at the even num or a balloon or even number time. Let's say, end of the year, beginning of the year to do stuff, to start doing stuff. But sometimes different seasons call for different businesses, and you don't have to do that. You can always start it anytime, and or some other time. Some businesses are good for summer and good for winter, as we say, seasonal for holidays maybe. So you could be in a different spot, whatever you're working with. Focus, and we'll talk again. I wish you the best, and hopefully we did great. And you know, don't forget we have some programs that we help people. If you're, let's say, a business starter, if you're in the middle of the business and you need some help, as the advisors at the International Advisors and Consultants, we give you a helping hand. We really, not just a helping hand, but we work with you. And we have two programs that you can join in, and, or you have your employees that you would like to have an idea of what you're working with in your business. Yes, we help you and we work with you and your employees as an employer. Thank you very much, and you have a great day and enjoy the changes in our country. And hopefully, they support our businesses and jobs and lifestyles and everything that we are working with, and then we succeed together um, in what we are doing. All of us collectively, but differently in our sectors and departments. Talk to you soon. You have a great day and a great week because it has just started. And so, you take care. This has been the Advisor Nantume Show with Nantume, your advisor. Talk to you soon. Bye bye for now.